us. You know, we look around and we're like, how lucky can we be?
At JB Cases, we care about your cues by putting layers of padded protection.
Alrighty guys, welcome back to it. We are back live here for the 39th annual VNEA World Championships here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We have Francis Crevier, Danny Olson doing battle on the table. This is a race to 7 in the Masters 9-ball singles. Welcome back to it, everybody. Again, another great match. We're going to have great matches all the way up. We are live, James, without a doubt. I'm not alive, but we are live. I think my brain has now escaped me and has headed on upstairs to bed. However, I will do my absolute best to keep things squared away. This is why we're not doing the split screen. I'm only able to concentrate on one table. My voice is starting to go a little bit. So I apologize if I clear my throat more than what you're normally used to. Cookie time for sure, Patrick. And guys, once again, if you are just tuning in, help me out, smash that share button. Let's get things rocking and rolling. Once again, let me know how my volume's doing, both on Facebook as well as YouTube. Oh, I see how it is. Y'all think you know me now, huh? And you bet, Shane. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Francis making quick work. And instead of taking on the combo, punches that ball in with some top left, makes a nice shot to get himself 7 to the 8. May do the time saver. 7 into the top right, 9-ball top left. Bonus Ball says hello. Well, hello, Bonus Ball. Thanks for tuning in, Barry, creator of Bonus Ball. I don't know what their current Fargo rating is. Not really applicable here at the VNEA. I guess it would give you an idea of where their skill level's at. I believe Danny is a 748, but here at VNEA they don't use the Fargo rating system. Here it is Open, Intermediate, Advanced, or Master Players. Can I switch? Did you switch headsets? No. Still on the same headset. Yeah, I think 748. And I'm not sure where Francis is sitting. He'll be in that same ballpark, 730, somewhere in there. But again, not applicable here for the VNEA World Championships. VNEA does not recognize the Fargo rated system. As much as most players do use the Fargo rating system now as a basic guideline, every system out there does have their flaws. So Francis for game number 1, taking his time on the 9-ball here. Into the heart it goes. Job well done. And just want to give a shout out after that rack to one of Q Sports' own sponsors, Bob Danielson Custom Cues. It is the home of the SS360 low deflection shaft. You'll see myself, Ben, as well as Ryan, using the Bob Danielson. If you are in the good old US of A and you'd like to get your hands on one, better off to get a hold of Bob directly, www.bdcuesandcomics.com. If you are in Canada and you want to get a hold of a Bob Danielson shaft, you can get a hold of us here at Q Sports Live. We do have a very limited number of them with us. I think we've only got 4 or 5 of those with us here at the event. Yeah, absolutely. And I think, most people will use the Fargo rating system as kind of a basic guideline. But like I said, each system does have their own flaws, so you do have to be careful when using the Fargo rated system. And we kind of saw that last week when we were at the ACS, where one of the players there had a Fargo rating of a 703. But you've got to check the robustness. I think he only had 4 games, so he had a starter rating of 700 with 4 games robustness. So until they get a lot of games in on that, it's not going to be accurate. But yeah, I mean, not really applicable here at VNEA. Patrick Neal knows it. SS360, the best maple shaft you will ever play with. Andrew, the site is on CompuSport to follow along with all of the brackets. You can search your favorite player name, their team name, kind of watch as they progress throughout the tournament. Chad Gray, what's going on, brother? Thank you for tuning in. Are there Calgary boys still in it? Absolutely. Kevin Beavis, Calgary, is still in it. Joe Spence is as well from Calgary. He is still in it. They are final 8.
Donnie went here after he beat me.
Donnie
Branson.
Oh, Donnie Branson. Okay. We'll hit a refresh on that. There we go. Joe Spence is still in it. He is on the B side, however. B side of the final 8. So the final 8 was the big board. If you made it back to the big board, you got your life back. Joe Spence fell a little bit short to Francis Crevier that we're watching now play Danny Olson. So Joe is on the B side of the final 8. Kevin Beavis fell short to Rick Stanley. He is also on the B side final 8. And welcome back, Pete. Thanks for tuning in. Adelaide, Australia, checking things out. We appreciate it. Now, is Danny gonna attempt the 5-9 combo? Or is he playing the 5 off the 9? I'd have to think he's gonna play the 5 off the 9. Taking a long look at it. And if you are just tuning in, guys, I do have both chat lines open up. So if you are viewing on YouTube, feel free to comment away. I'll do my best to answer any questions. If I don't happen to know the answer to your question, I will certainly make one up for you. Yeah, I think he's going to go off the 9 here. Oh, didn't even need to. Big, generous pockets here on the Valley tables. And looks like Steph Toy is back wearing a Hawaiian shirt? What you doing? Do I dare ask? What happened? That you are now in a Hawaiian... Oh. Oh. Okay.
I was playing beside April, and he said he pledged to watch April's match with no shirt on. So I took it and I put it on. What?
Wow. And it looks like Steph Toy is going to join me on the stream and do some commentating with us in Andrew Nicklin's shirt. Welcome back, Steph, I think.
Shenanigans. Vegas shenanigans.
Yeah, you guys didn't see the pictures that Steph took as to why I was, oh, okay. That makes a little bit of sense, knowing Andrew and his current state of adult beverage partaking.
I don't even think he's partaking. This is just
This
Andrew.
is. Oh,
He pledged to watch.
okay.
He pledged to watch April's match shirtless. So he is in the middle of the main room, white as white. The kid glows
He's a ghost.
like he is a fair-skinned ginger,
Yes.
and it's a little chilly in that room. Oh, what's happening here? We're watching Francis and Danny. Wow,
Yeah,
this is gonna be a
really
great match.
good match for sure.
An honorary Yank. I don't know if you guys want me.
That is exactly why I said what is going on, Clark. Steph is now wearing Andrew's shirt.
I've appropriated Andrew's shirt. The Edmonton shenanigans is pretty funny.
A really nice break from Francis there. Sitting good on the one, nice little draw for
Yeah,
the
I don't
two
know
to
if
the
that
top.
is that the 3-ball.
It is. Does
Yeah,
it pass?
I don't know if that 3-ball passes.
It looks like it will. It'll be tight though. He's only got about a ball width between
Francis-
that left-hand bottom horn and the 6-ball.
I watched Francis play quite a bit last year, and he is a wizard on this table,
He's a machine.
and the nicest guy. I actually haven't met Danny, so I don't know him personally, but I know his reputation of being just as vicious on the table.
He is a giant killer, no doubt. Although I think Francis got a little bit straight here on this 3-ball. 3 to the 4 might be a small challenge. He'll probably push through this, push through the 6. Hopefully getting a shot on the 4. So I did get back to most people with their tickets into the viewer advantage.
Yeah,
If you didn't get, sorry, Steph, if you did not get a picture of your ticket, the first thing you need to do is go onto Facebook. I've sent them out personally, so if we're not friends on Facebook, you have to accept the message. If you go there and you don't have it, I know there are a couple guys that I could not find on Facebook. So if you don't have your picture, I have the picture of it here, and I'm waiting for you to comment so I can see your Facebook profile.
or just
so I
send a
can it.
message to the Facebook page. That's
That-
actually even better
that's
than
even
he can
better. Absolutely.
just reply with a picture of your
Yep.
ticket.
Yep.
They may, Clark, but it's not really my problem right now. Andrew can pretty much talk his way out of anything, so I'm not.
Yeah, he's a wizard at that.
I'm not too worried about him. Francis on the 6-ball here.
Ah, okay, I see why my
Oh no, what is that? The 4-ball. Sorry, my mistake. That was the 4-ball. 5 to the 9 is fairly standard. Perfect. Nice shooting by Francis there. Break and run. I'm pretty sure that has to be your goal when you play these players. Just break and run. Don't let them see the table.
Well, that's kind of true whenever you're playing pool. And Nicole, I don't know if you jumped on to the live stream. If you did, I did send a response back to your response, but my internet just cut out and didn't send the response back to you. So I will certainly take care of that once I am done with this stream. Well, guys, I am going to actually jump off the live stream, and you get to have the treat of Mr. Ben Francis.
Oh, Benny Francis.
Gonna jump in, say a few words, keep you entertained. It has been a slice, guys. I'm gonna go take a quick little break and enjoy with Steph and Ben. We'll see you in a few.
Have fun. So dry break here. Francis has a pretty good table. It's not terrible. Nothing's really tied up. It's not really going to have a problem getting to anything, I don't think. So it should be all about cue ball control here, which I think he's got. Johnny, this is Francis. That is the Francis Gravier right here. Thank you, Brian. I was too busy signing off with Grant. I thought it was a dry break. It was a scratch on the break. So even more detrimental when you give Francis Crevier ball in hand to start the table. Everything's wide open. I actually don't remember exactly how that story went, Johnny, and I was here in the room. He was playing this little guy from, I think he was from Spain. And Francis had a shot. It was a pretty blatant 8-ball. Cannot remember what that situation was, whether it was a pretty blatant bank shot or if it was like a straight in 8, but his opponent called him on not patching the pocket. But in the end, Francis got revenge somehow. I can't remember how that went down. It was definitely good karma. Yeah, it was definitely karma. Francis definitely got his revenge. So that scratch on the break may cost Danny 2 games. Francis got ball in hand, ran the table. Now it is his break. He's been breaking really great.
Hey, Steph.
So now Francis scratches on the break. I cursed him. Danny's going for the 2-9 combo. It's too tempting not to take. Get a game back here. It's in. Quick rack. Francis got called not calling an obvious ball. Oh, right. It was just an object ball. That's right. They got called a ref over. And it was pretty terrible. Like, Francis is such a nice guy. And this, his opponent, I think maybe we got Benny Francis with us. What a treat. We haven't seen you all weekend.
What's up, everyone?
We've been busy. So I was just talking about, do you remember the situation with Francis last year when he was playing that little guy from Spain? What was that situation? Give me, because I vaguely remember it. I was in the room, but I can't remember exactly how it went.
I try to avoid this question all the time because it was an ugly situation.
It was.
I think what happened was Francis shot a wired combo.
That's right.
And so this guy
Yes.
won't name who he is.
I don't even remember. I remember what he looks like, but I can't remember his name.
I remember his name, but he is not to be named
Right.
because I don't do that to
We'll
people.
we'll just say his opponent.
He tried to claim that
Francis didn't call the wired
call
combo.
the wired combo. It was obvious. Anyway, the ref came over. It got dealt with.
And it went in his opponent's favor.
Yeah. So then Francis waited till he was shooting the 8-ball.
And this is for the
shoot it.
match. Oh, no. Was this for the match?
No,
this
I don't
is,
think so.
This is just for the game.
And then said he didn't patch.
Yes.
And neither one of them signed the score sheet.
That's right.
It was really bad.
It was pretty entertaining, though. And you know what? That's just, it's karma. Because I remember that shot that he made. And it was absolutely wired. No question. It was completely obvious.
It was a move that
Yeah.
guy tried to pull.
Yeah.
A really bad move.
Yeah. And he paid for it in the end.
Yeah, he did.
I thought it was that no patch on the 8, or didn't call on the 8. I thought that was genius.
It was genius. That's what I like about Francis. That and his name.
Yes. So are you out? What happened?
I lost 7-5 to Donnie Branson.
I see. Because I saw that you won Eric, and then did you win one after that?
No,
The
that
next
was
one
it.
after that.
Yeah.
I see.
And that was the match to get out of the bracket, get your life back.
Get
Did
it to the
not
big
get
board.
it. And Donnie went on to the big board and won his first match 7-3. That puts him in the A-side semifinals
Right.
because there's only 8 players in the big
match.
board.
Yes.
It's more like a small board. But we call it the big board. Look at this little shot.
Yeah, that was nice. A nice little tick.
Well, and that's tricky because the table doesn't roll as straight as it did when they first put them in here.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's what I was saying about Danny's shooting. I think that was the match before yours. Oh, no, Danny was playing you, actually.
A ball rolled. A
Yeah.
couple balls rolled.
Yeah, and from that point on, Danny made sure that the ball got there. He was hitting them firm, and rather than how 90% of us would, it just kind of popped off one rail for shape, he was going 2 rails for shape.
I started doing it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as a ball rolled on me, then I'm done.
Yeah.
Trying to play 1 rail, I'll go 2 if I have to.
Yeah.
So let's see. Do they get a ref here?
Looks like it. One is coming over.
He's going to try and jack up and throw this in with siding. So there's a theory there. When the balls are frozen or close to frozen, if you're hitting the opposite side of the cue ball, it pushes it the opposite way.
Right.
It's what they call a squirt. But that's where he played that shot with right siding, so it pushed the cue ball to the left and changed the angle so that he could actually cut the ball in. It was a smart shot.
And Francis, everybody, this is all the little genius tidbits you get.
Well, you might see that Francis has instructor on the back of his shirt.
Mm-hmm.
It's written in French, but
Yes.
he teaches.
Instructor.
He teaches at Dooley's in Quebec.
He's very good. Not where we were. In Montreal.
Yeah, that's where he teaches.
Out of that Dooley's?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really, eh?
Did you see Elvis? He's here. The owner of that
Oh, is he?
establishment. Yeah. He is playing too.
Oh, he is.
So a pretty smart shot there from Francis, just as we were saying. He's got some knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Dropped one there. I think we'll see Danny try to hide behind the 4-ball here. Hit the left side of the 3. Send the 3 towards a 6. Use the 4-ball for cover. That or he can go for the bank, depending how
can.
tight it is to the rail. But you're not
know.
guaranteed shape.
Yeah, I think he can go either way. He can either just bank this 3 out and get cover behind the 6. Back cut bank the 3. Try and get cover behind the 4 or the 7. Either which way, just whatever he feels more comfortable with.
And that's where some players like hitting the left side of this with a touch of inside. Trying to hold the cue ball behind the 4. Other players like going the other way, trying to send the cue ball behind the 6, right? Yeah, he did play the shot I was thinking, but a little different on the 3-ball. He got the cue ball absolutely perfect. It's a great shot. Oh, how good did he hit that ball? Nearly made it.
Danny Olson is from South Dakota, I believe.
Yeah, he's from South Dakota, yeah. That's Shane Van Boning parts of the world.
Big reputation to live up to. Yeah, this Facebook has been killing us all day.
Well, if you guys are having the same problems with Facebook, you can always watch on YouTube.
We actually have quite a few people watching on YouTube today.
Went down a couple of times.
The stream on Facebook has been glitching out for the last 2 days. But if you flip over to YouTube, it's been pretty smooth and consistent. No problems there. And we are following along on the chat there, guys.
Hello, Bruce. Joe, Patrick. Danny's looking pretty good here to tied up at 3.
I fully expect this match to be pretty tight right to the end.
Playing combo shape. Doesn't want to be jacked up, though.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not good.
that's a little tougher.
That's not where you want to be on this shot.
Alright, I'm out of here for the night. See you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds good.
See you guys. See you, buddy.
TJ Gulliver in the house. TJ watching on YouTube.
The TJ Gulliver.
TJ doesn't do Facebook.
He
so
does not. You know, and there's a lot of people actually that don't have Facebook accounts. So good for you guys to know if you have friends and family that have players here, possibly on the stream, if they do not have Facebook accounts, grandparents or whatnot. Let them know they can watch on YouTube. So JB Cases, guys, is one of our greatest sponsors. Fantastic cases, probably the last case you're going to ever need to buy. We have a couple of promo codes if you guys are looking for a case. You can use CSL as the promo code just as a referral. This just lets them know that their advertising with us is working. We would be very appreciative if you let them know that you heard of JB Cases or are ordering from them with that code CSL. On another note, if you want to use CSL-logo, that will get you the CSL logo printed on your case at no charge. So, a couple little gifts from JB Cases. Cannot go wrong, and they are fantastic, guys.
all those cases are top notch.
Yeah, cannot go wrong with those.
The last one you'll ever buy for sure.
Well, I mean, you may buy another one, but if you want an upgrade or if you're tired of the color,
That'll be the last
case you'll ever need to buy,
need to buy, yeah.
Yeah. You got it, Costas. Costas just got one, too. Happy JB Case Day, Costas.
Dempsey, there's 8 players left in this tournament still.
We just got to the big board for the Masters, the men's Masters. 8 left, and if you guys are curious on the draw, everything is available for you there on CompuSport, CompuSport.ca. Just go to the T for tournaments, look up the VNEA World Championships 2019. It's a purple poster with a black 8-ball on it, and you can just put in the name of the player or the team. It'll show you the events that they're registered for, the brackets. We have Kevin Beavis, Rick Stanley, Sean Hallock, Donnie Branson, Joe Spence, Francis Crevier, Danny Olson, and Paul Gurney, all in the top 8 for the Masters.
That's pretty good. I played Paul in the second round. So he made a really long B-side
run.
grind to get back in.
Good
That's
run.
who Joe's playing right now on the B-side.
Yeah, Joe is playing on the other table here in progress. Wow, nice little cut on the 3 with a breakout even.
That's a really, really good shot.
Good shape on the 4. How do you beat these guys when they're shooting like that? I don't know. Yeah, no pun intended, Terry. Are those codes case sensitive? I would say no. But just try it all in caps. I think that's probably the safe bet.
That's awesome. Costas. They're really, really nice. Looks like Francis will make these 2 retake the lead. he does. 4-3 Francis. Danny to break. You guys can also check out Jacoby Custom Cues online. They have all their People's Choice Cue of the Year winners there. Check some of those out. Some really nice work there. Also, if you're interested in ordering a Jacoby Black carbon fiber, we can get you a slightly better deal than what it would be through them. We can order you one of those. If you're interested, let us know. Send a message to the Q Sports Live Facebook page or send us an email. qsportslive@gmail.com. Thanks for stealth sharing, Patrick.
We can always rely on you, Patrick.
Pretty good break by Danny here. He's pretty glad that one ball stayed on the table.
Yeah.
He can shape this 3-6 combo, and then everything goes pretty easy here.
At what point are you not allowed to play Masters anymore? I am actually not sure.
I'm curious too, because they let a couple guys come back this year that were previously not allowed to play. Danny being one of them.
He's a great shooter. But you know what? I'm kind of,
I wish they would let everyone play.
I kind of wish that too. I'm kind of, I get why players don't want them to play, but I'm thinking, what a great experience.
Well, and don't call yourself a Vegas master and think you're a really, really good pool
when
player
you're not a Vegas master.
when you're scared of playing
Yeah.
better players, right?
Yeah.
You should want to play better players. That's the whole reason you got to where you are in the first place. I enjoyed playing Danny earlier. I
Yeah.
have no problem with him being here.
And it wasn't a crushing either. You lost 7-5.
Exactly.
I mean,
We are playing on a bar box,
yeah, anybody's game.
so I know I can definitely run with him on these tables. Maybe on a 9-foot,
Yeah.
I could be in a little bit tougher, because he definitely plays more big 9-foot tournaments than I do.
Cat, what does the res mean when it's on the bracket? That's called the resurrection bracket. So if you look on the very first bracket, if you're like 2-0 or 3-0, you're able to play in the sportsman division, which is double knockout. And then I think it goes redemption and then resurrection, or resurrection and then redemption. There's 3 different categories of the triple knockout that you can play, depending on where you go out in the main bracket.
Danny's pretty smooth.
He is.
He's got that nice consistent stroke, the same every time.
Yeah,
Easy to watch.
All these guys have the skill for sure. They're all relatively the same in Fargo, but the Fargo really doesn't mean anything here at VNEA. They don't use it.
Crevier's an amazing player. He's been playing this event for a lot of years. Done well a lot. They have these limited edition Jam Up Apparel shirts. Check them out online, jamupapparel.com. Only available until the final broadcast here at VNEA, which will be on June 1st, I believe, will be
Yes.
the end of this tournament.
June 1st, last day.
Get them while you can.
Yeah, I mean, most pros have other things to do. There's a big tournament happening at Griff's right now, so I would assume the competition and the money is better at a tournament like that.
Well, the one ball put the squeeze on the cue ball, and then the two ball got in the game.
So what do you do here?
I think you have to play the combo.
You go the combo.
There's no good safe, and even if there was,
Do you come off the 1 for the 5 maybe? Do you play the safe?
yeah, you could maybe play the 5, but I think the combo,
It's a pretty tough far combo.
it's not easy, and you have to control the one ball after. It's no good just making a combo if you have to bank the next ball or something, right?
Kind of liking the 5 just because it's so close to that pocket.
It is close, but I think looking at it from his perspective, where he's standing, it looks quite a bit tougher. No, he missed it. It was a little bit tough.
That's a tough combo when they're far set like that.
It is very, very tricky. And he's trying to hit it slow to control the one ball, so easy to miss those. And Faceman on YouTube, no good safe. I just meant not when you're playing these guys on these tables.
Yeah. They can pretty much get themselves at anything. It's
Yeah.
tough to land a good safety on these guys.
There were a couple there, but none of them are going to do you much good. The combination was definitely the right shot. And that's also true, James. Yeah, it is hard for a lot of the top pros to get required weeks. And yes, Johnny, I totally agree with that. Just have an open division. Everyone's allowed. My feeling of putting the master women and men together in one bracket. Well, that has its ups and downs for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to depend on who you ask.
Obviously, the bigger field would be good, but
The problem is, and in just my opinion, I think the women kind of get the short end of the stick if they play with the men's. Not because it's like, they break better, they're stronger. It has nothing to do with that. It's the game mentality. I just think that women in general would definitely have to work on their aggressiveness in their game in order to compete in the men's division.
yeah, and obviously there's a handful that would mop the floor with me. The Karen Gores, the Brittany Bryants,
Yes.
Simming Chen.
Yeah.
There's so many.
But
you
I
could go
mean-
on and on, right? Allison, Kelly.
But I feel like those women wouldn't be playing in a league scenario anyways. I mean, I would classify them in the same as a John Mora, Van Boning, Jason Shaw. Like, they're just not going to show up at a league.
They're too busy.
Yeah. However, the ladies' masters, the Bevan Joannes, the Bonnies, and not to put their game down, but it's different. It's a different game. It's a different strategy. They're very conservative. Men's games tend to be a little bit more aggressive, more balls to the wall. They go for the out. They're not playing the safety.
Here's a good example of that right here.
Right.
Let's see if Danny goes for the bank. I think he has to. I don't think you can cut this, can you? If you're Steven, you can cut this.
Yeah.
You can. It's
I-
super thin, but
Yeah, this is a tough cut because you really got to hit it hard to get it there when you're cutting it so thin.
well, the nice thing is it's hard to overcut this, so I expect him to go for the cut. Now that I look at the table itself, looking at the screen, it looks quite a bit tougher.
Makes it. And makes it look easy.
Oh, he dodged a couple pockets there. Well done. If you guys are wondering what I play with right now, it's a Bob Danielson, a Sweet Spot 360-degree low deflection shaft. Hits really, really good. It's done me wonders.
Paid for itself 10 times over, I'd say.
Oh, a little more than 10 times, yeah. Very affordable and, in my opinion, the best maple shaft on the market. You can check him out online, bdqsandcomics.com. So let's see if Danny can take control here. This is a big break in this match.
Yeah, Kat, I was talking about it at a tournament like this. I mean, there is a ladies' masters division, and not to say that these women can't hold their own against men, because I know that a lot of them can. But I think it's a different game.
That's
Scratched.
been happening a lot.
Wow.
That cue ball's been getting kicked in these top corners a lot. Steven actually said that to me earlier, too. And it happened to Joe
Yeah.
a bunch of times, right? Speaking of which, do we know what the score is over there?
I don't know what the score is, but Joe just scratched on the 8 ball. Gave his opponent ball in hand on the 9. So that was not good. And it looks like his opponent's got a 2-9 combo here. Oh, no. Didn't take the combo with the 2, went by the 9.
Thank you, Chase. Appreciate that.
Hey, Chase. Hope you're doing great, buddy.
And Clark, I didn't change the tip. It's just a different shaft, and he changed the color of the tip. Because he was getting a lot of questions about if it was just ferrule, because it was too black. So he couldn't really tell the difference between the black ferrule and the tip.
I see.
So he dyed it white so that you can see where the tip is.
Both these players are hell of a shots. I wouldn't count either one of them out.
And absolutely right, Terry. That is a great shaft for someone still learning a little more of the technical side too. It's extremely low deflection, so you can put lots of siding and still aim fairly straight. Too many kids. Good one, Dempsey. You play pretty good with that $17 cue. And yeah, Larry, I'm not sure what the current standards are right now to qualify for this division.
So, no, from my understanding, that is correct. I think it was top 32 for the women in general. Was if you were in the top 32, you couldn't play. However, there are some players in the room that were on that list of top 32, but only because they traveled to the tournaments that that they used to accumulate points. So players like Jeanette Lee and Allison Fisher not on this list because they didn't hit these particular tournaments that were worth points. So these players were allowed back in the VNEA this year. Guys, one of our other sponsors, the Mike Burton Home Team. If you guys are looking for a house, looking to buy or sell, looking for mortgage advice, these are the guys to call. Fantastic guys. They are pool players themselves. They will be here in the Masters Arena next week playing the team. If you have any questions, give them a call. These are your guys. A great team.
Look on here. If there's nothing on here, then we don't know.
No. We play 6 on Sunday. Scotch Farms.
Tomorrow, right?
Sunday.
Sunday.
I just
They might.
Just noticed another kick on the cue ball on this other table. Here.
Skidding.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's happening. But now that you bring it up, it has been happening a lot.
Yeah, that's never good. Nobody likes to see that. Looks like a pretty good break to me.
Yeah, Francis got a crushing one on the table here. Kept his cue ball nice and center.
when you win 3, you lose 6-3. What's 3 games making? Jeff scores. What about this is a marquee matchup.
So Francis here just mapping his escape plan, how he's going to get to. That is the 2 ball. Wow, great shape.
He was looking at that for a while because he didn't want the angle where the cue ball would go into the 8 when he pockets the 2. He got perfect there. That's a really good shot. He'll draw to the rail where his cue is and back out to middle table. Something like that.
Make it look so easy.
He does make it look easy. And he plays at a good pace too. Just easier to watch.
It is easy to watch.
At least when the table is open.
Yeah.
Sometimes it requires a little thought.
Looks pretty tic-tac-toe from here.
Again, he just avoids the angle going into the 8. Another smart shot. Got the cue ball on a string. Looking at getting on the hill first.
Watching these guys play is really good for learning how to map tables.
Yeah, and what angles to be on.
What angles to be on, absolutely. Whether they come off 1 rail, 2 rails, if they go around a ball, how do they get shape for this ball? It definitely shows you what is possible.
there. Got nice and close to it. He's left-handed, so this is a little bit easier. Doesn't have to reach as much. And it'll be Danny's break to try to get it to Hill. With the CSL viewer advantage number 6, the draw date is tomorrow.
End of the night tomorrow.
It's $20 Canadian per advantage pack for this one. You get your choice of a Jacoby Black carbon fiber, ordered to your pin size, a T3 jump brake, ordered to your color choice, or $620 Canadian. USA viewers can message us for more info on how to send in for that. And our Canadian viewers can use qsportslive@gmail.com through e-transfer.
Yeah, John, I've learned a lot from watching these streams. Just proper table mapping, keeping it simple, you know, where you need to use lots of juice and when not to.
Oh, look at this.
one-
Everything rattled.
One ball just... It was almost in the pocket and popped right out.
I think Francis has to play shape for a bank on the 2-ball, or he needs to play shape for a safe. I don't know if you can risk trying to break this out. You might get stuck behind the 7. See what he does here. Oh, he went for the breakout. Look at this. I'm not a big fan of that route.
That was a little risky.
Because now he's playing safe anyway. Maybe he could have just played shape to play safe. But I wouldn't argue his methods. He's been playing this game a lot longer than I have.
He is a genius. We'll see what he does here.
I think he has to thin the right side of the 2 with inside spin and try to get the cue ball behind the 5. And you leave the 2 on the rail behind the 7.
I think a defensive play here is probably the right play. But I'm looking at that 2-7 to the bottom right corner. Thinking, that's pretty tempting.
This is the shot. Because if he gets behind the 5, bonus. If he doesn't get there,
Still tough to make.
it's you don't leave a makeable shot on the 2. You're just leaving another safe back, and this is a tricky one for Danny here because now he has to try to use the 7 as a blocker. May have to hit it slow and hope the table roll doesn't get him here. Unless he can miss the 7 and get the cue ball by the 9. I figured he had to use the 7. He did well there. It's a really good shot. Francis will probably use the rail at the top of the screen. He could use this bottom rail where he's pointing, but this is a little bit on the riskier side. You have to watch that side pocket horn. If he hits it good, he'll make it. Tried to use the spin to straighten it out. Look at this. He almost made the 7 and the 5 in the side. But look where he's left the 5.
Wow.
The 5 is in a really weird spot.
Yeah, that is. I hate those balls that sit just on the inside of that horn.
That's the worst.
The worst. Johnny, I am not sure what Joe's score is.
I am going to get somebody to check. gonna message John because he doesn't have a sound on. He's sitting on the bleachers.
Oh, yeah. He's spectating here on the bleachers.
Oh, he's got his sound on now. John, go check the score and tell us what it is. Well, Danny played safe, kind of like I figured he would. Hid behind the 2 ball nicely. Let's see what Francis does here. Look at this, the 5 ball again.
So
It rubbed the 5 on the way by, but the
Did it?
5 is sort of still in the exact same
I
spot.
didn't see it move. I thought it just passed it.
Just tickled it on the way by.
I think he's kind of fortunate that he didn't rub that 5. You don't want to make it easier for Danny to get out here. I like your method, Chris. I'm with you there. Yes, the draw date for that juniors Valley table, Patrick, is going to be at the banquet next week. I believe that's on the Saturday. And Grant was thinking that maybe we could live stream that draw.
No, we lost to the other guys from Vegas. That was Dr. Brownson, that wasn't Dick's Pizza. Was it? Oh, okay. Yeah, but it wasn't Dick's Pizza, it was Donnie Brownson's time. Yeah, it was Donnie Brownson's time.
So Danny's now looking at what he'll do with the 5. And it's good to make a plan right now, because you never know when you might be able to move it with one of these early balls. But I think the play here is to just get angle on the 4.
He's looking for a bump right there.
He tried to go into it. I don't really like that though, because then if you're shooting the 3 from where the 5 is right now, that's not an easy shot. And it's not easy to get.
Do you bank the 3 and hope you hit the 5 on the way in?
That's probably right, but it's hard to get the cue ball out of the way here.
Yeah.
I think it's easy to double kiss this.
5 ball does make that side pocket a little bit bigger.
Oh, bad news for Joe. He's down 6-5. And the other guy is shooting the 7 with a stop shot to get on the 9.
A long 7. But I think he's going to make this here.
Look at this shot. Look at this shot to get Hill here. How you like that roll? Made the bank, rubbed the 5 into the 9.
How you would have done the same thing.
Hill action. A-side semi-final here, guys.
It looks like, is Danny getting... Oh, Danny's just getting a drink of water. I thought he was going for a break.
Is this that pool table somebody was asking about?
Yeah. So this is the pool table, guys, that we're talking about. This is all in support of the VNEA Juniors program. They hold a juniors tournament in Nebraska every year. It's quite large. I've never been. However, we may be there this year. We're working on it. But the raffle tickets is for this pool table. They will ship it to you. Even in Canada, they will get it to the border for you and help you get it home or wherever you want it. But this $20 is a great investment. Get their juniors out playing pool, off the iPads, off the Nintendos, doing something conducive to their hand-eye coordination, getting social, game strategy, investing in our future there. That actually has nothing to do with CSL. We are just trying to get the word out to our online viewers about how to obtain the raffle ticket for this table. So if you'd like to support the juniors program, you can send your money into qsportslive@gmail.com or send us a message on Facebook if you're from the US and don't do e-transfer. We will let you know how to get the money into us. We will get your ticket from VNEA for you and send you confirmation of your raffle ticket.
Yeah, Patrick, that was a jelly-filled cinnamon roll that Danny got there. Now this is typical of how this day is gone. More time racking than shooting.
Yeah, these tables are racking really tough right
It's
now.
because the cloth is so new that it's very slippery still,
Yes.
which is not something we complain about because we do like new cloth instead of old cloth.
So hats off to the VNEA and High Country Promotions. They refelted all these tables here in the dome. Brand new cloth. Nobody was even allowed to practice on them. Balls were not brought out until the first matches of the Scotch doubles Thursday morning. So these tables were pristine yesterday morning. They actually invested in new tables as well. These are all flat tops, the flat cats.
These are incredible tables. I love these tables. They play really nice.
Championship cloth, ridgeback rails, I do believe.
And Gary and Shannon Benson do an incredible job keeping these tables in good shape for us. They recovered them right before ACS a couple weeks ago as well, so they're really making sure we have top-notch equipment. If you guys are ever looking for tables for a big event, check them out, High Country Promotions. They're driving around the country with trucks full of tables. Never know when they might be in your area, you get a good deal.
Oh, Lou, that's definitely not the case. There's only 8 tables here in the dome. This is the Masters section. There is 200 tables here at this event. So you cannot play on these tables in the dome. This is where they have the bleachers for spectators. This is where all the finals are going to be. So it was just this room.
Well, and they were still finishing some setup in here as well
Yeah.
during that time, so they didn't want people playing and it getting really busy in here, and they try to keep people off these tables before the event starts, which is nice.
I believe there's over 200 tables at this event this year.
And yes, Patrick, absolutely. By the time team event rolls around, these tables will play way different. They'll have slowed down a little bit and they won't slide as much. And they'll play nice. They play really nice now. They'll play nice in a couple days too. I don't have a route map, James, but they're easy guys to get a hold of. Alright, what's Francis looking at here? He's probably doesn't have enough of this 2 to make it by the 4.
I think the
Pretty
2 goes
tight.
into the left side.
It goes in the left side, yeah.
Yeah, I think the 2 goes in the left side. Ideally, he'd want to put it in the corner, but I don't think it goes past the 4.
He's gonna try to swing this cue ball around. This is a tough shot.
But But how do you get to the 3 after?
Yeah,
We'll see.
He's going to have to sacrifice and just take what he can get. That's what he's looking at right there. He's just try to stick around somewhere where he has a shot.
He's just going to take what the table gives him, make sure he can see that 3, take the tough cut on the 3.
The other option is if the 2 doesn't go, maybe he could just roll onto the 4. Just get the 2 to the rail. But I don't like that. I don't like that hill. I like to try to take
No, I think he's
control
going for
here.
it. You don't want your opponent to see the table, hill.
Exactly. And he's got a chance to finish this off. Just needs one good shot here. Well done.
Nice
That's
shot.
well done. And this is okay. It's not exactly where he wanted to be, but this
Yeah.
is fine.
It's a tougher shot, but at least he can see it. It's makeable.
And he has 2 options here. He can cut this and try to hold it, which I actually don't really like, or he can go 4 rails and shoot the 4 in the right-hand side pocket.
Can you not go bottom left, do 2 rails, come out for the 4 in the left pocket, the left side?
No, I think it's too steep of a cut. This is- he-
Oh, he's good.
Oh, it goes in the top left. I didn't think it went.
Oh, wow.
So he played 4 rails shape for the top left. But you can almost see the path that it was on. If it goes a little further, the 4 is in the right side too. So that was a really good shot. This is no walk in the park though, trying to get shape on the 5 in the side from here.
He has just a little bit of angle on this 4 ball.
Do you play shape for the combo here instead?
I don't think so. I think I go forward on this and shoot the 5 ball down table. Whoa,
That's a little far.
that was a little heavy on the weight.
He has enough to play this in the side, but he doesn't want to be that close to the rail, and now you have to roll it. I don't think you can risk going to a rail here. You'd be too far away from the 6 ball. He doesn't like it because he's going to have to hit it pretty slow. He could go to that rail where he's pointing and try to go 2 rails and sort of hold it like he did before he shot the 3.
No, he's jacking up. He's putting draw on this.
This is a tough shot, jacked up too.
Jacked up into a side pocket.
Yeah, I don't
You
know
can
if I
only
like.
see half of this ball, maybe 3/4 of this ball. Tough shot here. He's uncomfortable.
Well, I think this one requires a lot of attention.
This is make or break this for your match.
This could be a tournament winning shot too, because this sends you to the A-side final.
That's right.
It's a really, really big shot in prize money as well. If I was him, I would be really nervous.
Good thing you're not him.
Wow, I wish I was.
Get in.
What a great shot.
Wow. Whoa, slow up.
Oh, he's
Hit the 8.
getting really unlucky here. That's super unlucky.
That is heartbreaking.
He hit that really
Oh
good.
my God.
I was kind of thinking go that 2 rails, but it was a risky shot. And he hit it really good.
Just the 50-yard line. He a little lighter, a little heavier. He was good.
He can kick this towards the side and maybe send the cue ball behind the 8, though. At least get the cue ball down the table where it is now.
Oh, it almost went off the 9.
Needs it to go, and it's not going to.
Oh, a gift for Danny Olson.
This actually might not be that easy to roll on the side. You might have to play this in the corner.
I think you play this in the corner.
Yeah, I think rolling this in the side, too risky. And you
No.
can't really jack up and stop it.
No.
That's too risky also, right?
No, I think Danny's stroking this and he's going to the corner. Corner's a bigger pocket. Side pocket's only half.
Not an easy shot, hill, though.
No, none of these shots have been easy.
Danny's giving the wipe down to his cue. Gotta get ready for this shot. This is a tough one. This is a tough shot.
Gotta regroup.
Well, you don't really expect to get to the table there. And now all of a sudden you're
Yeah.
getting to the table. You need to be sure you're ready to shoot. So I like what he's doing here. Get your mind right. Don't just get up and hit it.
No.
And it's banking in. Look at this. No way. No way did that just happen.
Wow.
Hill, 2 of all the times for that to happen.
Nine ball on the box, folks.
Look at this. No
Oh,
way.
no. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe even the good guys get the nerves, guys.
I wonder if this is frozen. If this is frozen, he might be able to throw it.
I think Francis would have lost it if that nine ball went in.
Wow, look at this. This is not easy. Look at where he left it.
Wow.
Look at where he left it. This is so weird. What a crazy, crazy game.
He's cutting it.
Yeah, he'll make this. He's got to watch this cue ball, though. This can go 2 rails in the top right, or it can go 4 rails in the bottom left.
Mm-hmm.
It could go 3 rails in the right-hand side. There's a lot of scratches here.
Yeah, you're losing control of the cue ball here.
Yeah. No way. Oh no, look at this. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
What a crazy, crazy game. I can't believe that just happened.
Wow.
I don't even know what to say. Speechless. Wow, there's a lot of pressure there. That was interesting to see that unfold like that. They both kind of felt the nerves.
You know, and I think that was there was a point of frustration there too. Like when Danny fluked that 6 ball in, I thought Francis might actually lose his mind a little bit.
Wow, he probably was inside.
Yeah, absolutely. To lose a hill match like that.
Well, and with one of these on the line, should be noted that now Francis is guaranteed at least 3rd place,
That's right.
which guarantees him one of these little bronze Charlies over here on the
Yeah.
table.
These are the sought after Charlies, guys. Everybody wants one.
They are really tough to get. Really tough.
So I don't know. I'm sure we'll probably have another match coming up.
Right away, yeah. I would say 5 minutes.
So
Maybe 10.
we're just going to sign off really quickly here, reset the stream, do a quick break, get some fresh water, and we'll be back with the next match as soon as we have opponents.
The continuation of day 2 of
Does
the 39th
Francis
Annual
have an
World
opponent?
Championships.
Does Francis or Danny have an opponent yet?
Francis is waiting for the winner of Donnie Branson and Rick Stanley. I know that for
Check
sure.
the draw. Let's just take a look here.
Danny Olson will play the winner of
It looks like we will have this coming up at 9 o'clock, which is an hour ago. So as soon as Paul has an opponent, we'll have a match here, but we're just waiting on his opponent.
and Danny Olson will play Kevin Beavis. But that match is on a different stream. That's on TV Mike stream. Next match we'll have here will be Paul Guernsey against the loser of Rick Stanley and Donnie Branson.
Another great match. Lots of great pool coming up, guys, so don't go too far. We'll be back with the next stream.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, I mean, as far as case making goes, we do want to be the best case maker that we can be, and hopefully that translates, into the best cases that are available for people. I can't bring myself to deliberately make something bad. Like, I can't. What I mean by that is that I can't sacrifice quality on purpose. I've always been that way. It's really hard for me to make a decision to build something that I know will break in a certain amount of time. I want to make it where it never breaks. Obviously, we have cases that break. We have things that happen, and this goes back to our continuous improvement, right? But by seeing what breaks and then figuring out how to solve that where it's even more durable, we hope that eventually, we make a case that can pretty much hold up to anything and stand the test of time.
Let JB Cases build you a true custom case with a lifetime warranty. To get the protection your queue deserves and to design your desire, visit jbcases.com.
Yeah, I mean, as far as case making goes, we do want to be the best case maker that we can be.